right, welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that little bit of a delay. One of those things about first week technical jitters. We want to make sure we had the right settings in, that there was a delay, all the good stuff. So hopefully, as we're coming back online now, everything is the way that we want it. We did finish up map number 1 on Hanamura, Whitney Young being the victors. They managed to hold off OPRF. OPRF only managed to get one tick on point A, and then Whitney Young surpassed that in their first attack. So the losers of the map, OPRF, will now get to pick the next one. So they have chosen Watchpoint Gibraltar for their escort. Whitney Young has just elected to remain on defense. So we will check to see, okay, if our teams are ready. And we will get going for that. I think, what would you like to see, Del, that OPRF needs to switch it up a little bit? Or what do they need to work on to throw up a good front here for Whitney Young?
I think they just kept throwing in like ults without like combining that synergy of characters. I think I was seeing too much like damage that wasn't being combined into the right characters, and like their squishies on Whitney Young kept staying like alive, and I think that's the biggest reason why like they were able to hold off for so long. And Whitney Young in general just also had a better hold because they were like coordinating more, I think. And I think in general OPRF needs to like focus in more and like focus on what they want to get done here.
Agree. Yeah, one of the things that Whitney Young, like I mentioned, when they last year when they played, they specialized in one basic comp and ran it to a very, they were very good at what they did, and because of that, they knew how to be cohesive. They stuck together. They played as a team and stuff like that. So the knock at the time was that they didn't have a large character pool to stem from. They like to run the same thing. When it came to that. Now in this season and how Overwatch has been played lately, especially throughout since we finished last high school season, there's been the necessity for a lot of flexibility in some of that play, and I think we've seen some of that from Whitney Young. But like I mentioned before, watching them on defense and then even on attack, watching them move together as a group, stay together as a group, makes things a little bit easier for like got that death ball kind of thing rolling on. We are going to see them do a little bit of a spread out though here on defense. We've got Red Frost taking to the skies on Echo, and Owen Sauce is going to some backline pressure with Tracer. And Baby Bear is going to be doing some jumping, coming in with the Winston.
2, 1.
All right, as we get ready to go here.
Stop the payload.
Looks like Oak Park
High
is
ground
doing
defense
high ground
for Whitney Young. Nick is in on cosine. Good dart there.
Adjusting angle of attack.
Monkey's jumping in.
Here we go. Looks like we've got very aggressive pressure coming in by Whitney Young, trying to keep these guys off the point.
Oh,
Good
back
kickoff
goes
there by
down.
Red Frost on a joy kill.
So they
That'll
took
get
out
the
the
job done,
immortality
so
field and the back
It
two.
should probably stall out this initial attack. As Monk King also goes down.
Owen Sauce in the back line, just trying to do as much damage as he can.
So here's one of the things also I'd like to see from OPRF, especially when they lose an early one like that, is cut your losses, fall back, regroup to 6, because now we've got these delayed, stalled out kills.
If they keep staggering, they're just going to lose all momentum.
Even longer.
Name's McCree.
Calamari makes a switch onto McCree as we get ready to go again. So I look for Whitney Young to kind of do a little bit of a repeat. I doubt they're going to back off. They're going to wait till the team comes out. So we've got the entrance for OPRF. Oh, tries to get the hook, unable to do so. As that Tracer pressure, she's trying to get out of there. So now we'll have high ground versus high ground. Oh, but Monkey, Baby Bird jumps to the back line again. OPRF needs to travel as that group. They were so split that time. Again, they're gonna get wiped off the map. So hopefully they can get this done a little bit sooner. Oh,
And the delayed death room, that's gonna keep their characters just flowing in a different staggered rate. I'm hoping to see that regroup, that full reset, because if they don't hard reset here, I don't know if there's much hope for them to keep pushing.
right. As we look for this re-engage here.
They do have a grav, but since they're all playing high ground, I'm not sure how they're gonna attack that. He's out on the monkey.
Owen Sauce getting the bomb in there. Monkey also goes down cosine. So just a lot of front side pressure again. Awfully hard to get out your spawn door when this kind of aggressiveness is in your face.
Yeah. I think Whitney Young's doing a really good job of playing and coordinating which ults they're going to use for which sort of take. Owen Sauce is in the back lines just scouting them out.
Yep. Something they need to be aware of. Travel is a group because right now what they're looking to do is I can see that's like looking to set up here is here comes the bomb, comes in, splits the team, and they get 2. So if they're going to come out as spawn, they got to travel as a team. Right now they're still coming out as individuals.
Yeah.
And Whitney Young is going to make them pay every time that happens.
Whitney Young is doing a really good job now of picking each individual fight and making sure that they're getting their picks and then staggering the others.
Yep. Now, I will say that there's been a couple of times where I've seen Whitney Young lose a player. You know, Cosign went down in the last one, but I think they'll be able to get back in plenty of time. But now we're coming up on 6 ultimates online now for OPRF. You know, I think they need to start looking to invest some of these things to get everybody out and going. Let's see if a grab comes in and maybe Calamari popping. All right, here comes Whole Hog, Deadeye. I think they've just invested everything right here.
Yeah, they just threw everything they could out there. They still have Death Blossom that's going to be in the works for the next, if they want to try.
If they can get it.
Yeah.
So, Calamari goes down and Joy kills. So, Whitney Young survives through all of those ultimates. Only losing all Baby Bear eventually, but it was a heck of a great job by their support.
Their supports are really making sure they're keeping in the back line and not overextending when they take an engagement as a team.
And as overtime ticks away, just around the first bend is where it ends up coming out. So that really only gives OPRF the slimmest of chances by being able to, if they want to try to do a full hold.
Yeah.
Which is going to be tough considering how aggressive Whitney Young likes to be.
Yeah, they're definitely going to try and like run at them as hard as they can and take that as fast as they can because they know like if they push as fast and keep the tempo, then they're going to be able to take that point. And push that.
Yep, you got it. Yeah, I think you can see in the difference between the two teams as far as one that's they've done. You know, I know Whitney Young has been, you know, just look at the name. I mean, it's there for Terp fan. Obviously, they know, you know, the idea. So you can't see now on the ground how far that they do need to get with that cart. That is the win condition established for Whitney Young. Slightly just down the hill and around the corner. But we'll see what they decide to come out with on defense here. Looking like a little pharmacy action for Oak Park River Forest coming through.
Hey. Excuse me for Trello.
And cosign on that monkey, so they're going to really try and dive into them and cause as much trouble as they can.
Yep. See a lot of mobility here for Whitney Young, trying to move out and move fast. Red Frost will take to the skies, and Calamari will have to battle that. Owen Sauce will be looking for those pickups. Let's see here as they come out of spawn. Ooh, Owen Sauce almost got hit, but is able to stay alive with that sliver of health.
And here we have all Baby Bear in the back line.
Calamari doesn't go down all Baby Bear.
The res does come out for
Drops
Calamari
coming.
though. Ball will spend no time hesitating to go in after that Mercy and the Sigma. The Mercy does still live though. He's up and
Yeah, probably not the one we're most worried about.
yeah. And that's
And the payload will now move across, as you said, Del, and that is victory. Map number 2 going the way of Whitney Young. They are up 2-0. We will take, after we watch our MVP, let's watch that first.
yeah. Let's see what this game has to offer.
Red Frost Echo dealing a lot of damage. I'm sure the concentrated beam. Oh, this was. So just as they try to get the Reaper out,
Yeah,
out
he just
didn't quite work, but
stuck
kind of like
him.
a ground echo play. A lot of love though there. That's awesome to see from Magic fans.
Yeah.
Excellent. Get a gold. Come on. There it is.
There we go.
That's what we like to see. That's great sportsmanship. Good job, guys. All right. Well, it'll be Oak Park River Forest choice of map on control. We'll find out what that is. We're going to go to a quick pause, and we'll be right back. Coach Turp back with Dell. We're here for map number 3 for Whitney Young and OPRF. Whitney Young is up 2-0, but OPRF has chosen Busan for our control map, and we are pretty much all ready to go. So we're going to jump right into that. Here we go. So back now that we're on control, we don't have an offense or defense anymore, so it's just going to be this fight for one control point. For those that may not be quite as familiar with this map type, and so no extra movement pieces or anything else. Very much like Hanamura, where they were fighting over that control point A. But we'll have a best of 3 out of this to see who can win first to 2 wins on these control points. So we are here in Busan. Anything you want to talk about this particular map we have going on here, Dell, for what we've got seeing?
Oh, my bad.
Trying
My
to get
mic
Dell
was
on
muted.
audio. Here we go.
Hello, sorry.
She's back.
Yeah, sorry. I'm interested in seeing how the teams are gonna pick around each other once they get that first engagement and see how like they're gonna switch, because this map is very like you're trying to play around your team and get the upper hand. So I'm really interested in seeing like what picks are gonna come out after, like, to counter each individual character.
No surprise for Cosine coming out on the ball. I know they love on control points. They love to be able to run pressure. Oh, they're going to switch back over to Diva, but they want that mobility. That's
Yeah.
where that's the name of the game for them. Come in with that Lucio rush and get on that. Owen sauces and antis have been pretty decent today. So as we watch Calamari trying to get some high ground here, he'll work on that hook. No worries. Control point in 22 seconds. We'll see how spread out OPRF is, where they decide to bring it in together. Kind of work as a team on this one.
They have the Tracer.
Maybe
Bear
we're getting
takes
the
out
backside
Calamari.
pressure.
Bear might get another. He's on the Moira.
Moira is just gonna all day long against the 2 DPS. It's gonna be real
Yeah,
hard to
that's gonna be
bait
hard
that
to get
out.
out of.
Yeah,
So-
split from your team.
OPRF goes down their Sinon, their Reaper, and their Reinhardt. Whitney Young will take control of the first point.
Okay, so there's an opportunity now if OPRF decides to push it. They are up 1 player. If they can get through this, try with a hook, just get past that wall. Need to turn up a little bit. There comes the shatter.
The Shadow
Does
takes
get a
out
couple.
the.
Magic Pants does go down, as does Sinan. Backside again, all baby bears.
Just putting in that work, yeah. Bear will continue to harass this. He sticks the pulse bomb. He gets the Lucio.
Does
Joy
get
kills go
the
down,
kill.
and both the squishies for Oak Park River Forest are going to be out, and they lose a DPS on Calamari. And I think Whitney Young is just going to keep putting pressure on them, like up all the way up until they spawn.
Oh yeah, they're gonna camp
Yeah.
this out as far up as they can get it.
The hook does land on the. Okay, they just. Whitney Young's team was just there to, take out that Roadhog immediately.
Well, they do come out with a group of 4. Let's see if they wait for their other 2 to move up.
Reinhardt does seem to be pushing up and making that
Okay, here
space.
comes the bomb to the backside. Can they get the shield up in time? They do. One King does surprise. They do get the beat drop in. All right, that'll keep them alive. See if they start to try. Here comes the stick. He does get it in.
And that pulse bomb takes out with the assistance of Cosine on that Reinhardt. Coalescence says will come out. And Whitney Young takes out another 3 of their teammates. And this is up
So we
to
do have
Oak
a
Park River
backside
Forest.
flop. So that was kind of
Yeah.
interesting. So
They kind of
Roadkill managed
C9.
to sneak around the backside, steal that point. So we will have the swap come back in. So it does delay things for a little bit. So the map is not over.
Yeah, the map is gonna. Now, actually, Oak Park River Forest does take a lot of advantage of that and makes a lot of space with their tanks coming in onto point.
It pains me to say it, but Turf Man has gone down.
I don't.
Dominate Man. Oh,
That back cap really is just turning the tides of this match, and then it goes back. And there's 4 on point for Oak Park River Forest. Whitney Young tried stalling as long as they can, but Oak Park River Forest does manage to take the point back. It is at 99 for Whitney Young though.
yeah, we do get the swap. Let's take a look at our ultimates here. So Magic Pants does have the shatter. Calamari can come in with his blade. He's gonna need to get a couple more than he did the last couple times.
The shatter comes out. It gets 3.
So we get 3.
And the blade
again,
comes out
going
too.
down.
Blade goes on the
All
squishies.
thoughts on the blade. drops. And I think we'll see OPRF hold on to this one. For just
We have
a little
All
bit
Baby
longer.
Bear contesting on point, trying to do as much damage as he can, but unfortunately he does go down by Sinan.
So
And
OPRF
Oak Park
putting up a
River,
little bit of a
Oak Park
fight here. I
River
like to see
first,
that.
yeah, they're sticking on point. They're doing what Whitney Young should have done instead of pushing up all the way to their spawn and making sure, you know, this point is mine. You're not taking this back from me.
Yep.
Oak Park River Force is building up that whole hog and the Death Blossom. They pop the beat. They also have Coalescence if they need that extra support buff.
A lot of trading going on right about now. Both teams taking some damage. Turfan is nanoed, but can't really seem to find anybody else with that blade.
Yeah, I think this is. Ooh.
Oh, the late pin comes out.
And the whole
Oh,
hog comes
he pops his whole hog with 150 life.
out. Yeah, might need to heal before that one next time.
And OT ticks away. Oh, he got back on point just barely.
This stall is just continuously going back and forth, and Oak Park River Force
Yep.
is trying hard
But
to
I
hold
think
on, but
the
the
swap
beat
did
comes
come
out.
in. There's the OT
Yeah,
ticks away,
there
and
goes
Whitney Young does secure the point. So they had managed in the middle of all that to flip it.
Score.
They went
Yeah.
into overtime.
1-0.
I think you know what for showings that was a great show by OPRF to show.
Yeah, I
you know,
think they really proved to Whitney Young, like, oh, you can have as much of an almost like ego as you want to try and hold us in our spawn, but they said no, we're gonna take this back. We're gonna put up as much of a fight as we
That's
can
right.
right now.
So you know, let's hear you guys in Twitch a little bit. You know, we want more than 3. We would love to see somebody get a different result than 3-0. So, you know, I think Oak Park put a little pressure on there, and they have a shot. I think they have a shot at least at getting one of these points, and then we'll just take
Yeah.
a point at a time, as we like to say. One
Yep.
point, one map at a time.
Especially
as we
with
come
the
back out,
show's play.
Pretty
Of, like-
similar matchup. See, similar comp for.
Oh,
Oh,
All Baby Bear
Bear.
does get the first pick.
All right, I see you.
Nice
Taking the
shot.
high ground. It's good. Dirtbag getting the pressure on. They're just going
Turfan
right into the
is
team.
just going to push into the team. He's going to start swinging and do as much damage as he can, and his entire team's behind him.
Yep. So the aggressiveness again of Whitney Young of just don't let your opponent respond. Oh, Turfan does manage to get hooked off at the end.
I mean, he
but
took
next
him.
gen
He took
goes
him with
down.
him. Yeah, yeah. They both
Oh.
traded from that.
I'll be able to let him live that down.
Yeah.
So it looks like another couple of staggers here as Calamari goes
We
down.
have All Baby Bear holding for the squishies to come out.
He's just waiting. He
Oh, he
got
gets
off his thing too
timing.
soon.
Yeah, now that Reinhardt knows that there's going to
Yeah.
be a Widow in his backline. He's
Nothing like
protecting his healers.
Not gonna get through that shield. All right.
Yep.
Swap. They try to get a backside again. They tried it. Not gonna happen. Sinan goes down.
Calamari in the
More of a
1v1
tick on
with
that,
this
I would
Lucio. Let's see if that works out. That fight might go on for quite a bit. All Baby Bear is trying to land a shot on Liana.
There's that pressure. They're just gonna go right up into him as the ball goes for the slam.
The pile driver manages to group all of them out, and it does lean in the favor of Whitney Young because they all were able to be grouped up by that one pile driver.
Back into spawn. OPRF has to go. Let's see a little bit of pressure here. OPRF, let's come out. Please,
Let's
unit.
see,
Oh,
let's see
next
if
gen goes
Whitney
down
Young.
again.
Let's see if Whitney Young learns their lesson in making sure, you know, that point is going to be in their favor before they continue to keep them in the spot.
No one can
Calamari
hide
trying to
from
do
my
something here, but
sight.
there's a. Okay, so there's one win. Get a minor win. Owen Sauce trying to get some stuff done. So there's a chance here, I think, for them to go ahead and get this swap if they can get on point. 75% now.
Magic Hands
Comes
does
ball.
have a
They're
shatter.
gonna sort of probably stall this out as long as they can
Yeah.
for Whitney Young. They do manage to get 2 kills though in this
Pop
process.
the whole hog. Oak Park River Force with the whole hog. Just trying to get off the point. Tap it. Whitney Young did
Calamari
manage
gets
to
taken
stall.
out, and Red Frost get it done. Turfan takes out Joy Kill. Oh, Baby Bear coming out with the Bastion, trying to hold on to the point.
Whitney Young
It
managed
sure
to
looks
stall
like that's
it.
what's going to happen here. 94%, but the flip is going to come back very shortly.
And that ball manages to save the Bastion, who's just sitting on
Yep.
point, trying to keep it as
98,
long as he
99,
can.
can they touch?
And
They cannot
that's-
touch. Whitney Young takes point number 2 and map number 3 and is your match winners. Congratulations, Whitney Young. You
Let's
have
see
started
what
the
the play
season
is
off
gonna
1-0,
Play of the game.
as so many other
Turfan.
powerhouses have. Oh, Turfan.
Let's
So
see
even
what
after
did
all
you
of
do
that,
this
you're still
time.
gonna get to play.
Oh,
Oh, it's good.
is this the play where he gets hooked off the map?
Well, I want to see it because I know he does.
Yeah. I want to see what.
All right,
Just,
there you go. Oh, there he goes.
Yep,
Yes!
there he goes.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
can we keep that one? Can we clip it?
Can we clip that? I'd love to put
I
that in his college portfolio to send to the
I'll make that one
schools.
my banner on Discord. Just never
There
letting
you
them
go.
down.
Oh,
Expected.
he's gonna be so happy for that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know it was a short-lived stream, just under an hour, but we were so happy that we could kick the season off. I know a lot of teams were excited to get going. 40 teams in varsity Overwatch, 27 in the JV. That is 67 teams total. That is way more than double than we had last year. So thank you to all the schools that have decided to join us this year. We appreciate that. But for now, Dell, thank you for joining me. I had a great time.
Yeah, me too. I'm really excited to start casting for IHSEA. I'm really gonna. I have lots
That's
of
right.
high hopes just off of what was just displayed to me with Whitney Young and Oak Park River Forest. I'm really excited for the season.
Excellent. You want to show off your Diva headset there a little bit
Do
for
I
everybody?
have
Kind of
to?
yeah. Get the swag. You know, kind of turn
Okay,
it, head
so
turn. There we
we
go.
got
There it is. Right.
the
Excellent.
Diva headset. It's a Razer branded, so it's actually out of stock. But I will, if you name a price like high enough, I will sell
That's how
out.
that goes.
Yeah,
All right,
just
well,
hit me in the DM.
We would like to
you know?
again thank everybody for joining us, and Dell, thank you for joining me. We'll see who we have on next week, and pay attention to those lineups. I'm going to get in the results tonight, so everybody can hopefully figure out who their week 2 opponent. If not today, I'll get it tomorrow for sure. But thank you everyone for joining us. For now, this is Coach Terp signing off, and as we always say, do your homework.